We have arrived. Oh, would you look at this place?
This is the moment of truth.
It is.
Okay.
Do you know how to use that knife? Who would be the best candidates for building a casita and living in one?
Everybody. When we think about a transportation system, we think about everybody from ages 8 to 80 years old. We all benefit from that.
Just when you think you've seen it all, there's like more gorgeousness. Hi, and welcome to Great Places to Live, where we explore cities across the country that are especially great for folks 50 and up. Today, we have arrived in Tucson, Arizona. That's my happy dance. Let me tell you a little bit about it before we dive in. It's got mild winters, a rugged landscape, and living options to suit all kinds of budgets. It ranks particularly high in the areas of social engagement, transportation, and housing. How do we know? Well, AARP tracks this information and compiles it in our annual Livability Index, which is a fantastic resource if you are looking for a city, a community, or a neighborhood that suits your authentic lifestyle. Let's go take a close-up look at what makes Tucson a great place to live. Now, if you're the kind of person who likes to be immersed in their community, kind of get your tentacles into everything, really experience things, then this is the place for you. One of the defining things about this place you gotta understand is that it is deeply informed by a Mexican, Spanish, and indigenous blend of cultures. And together they form the foundation and the flavors of a community that feels really alive and aligned. And to see that in action, all you gotta do is look at the restaurant scene. I mean, Tucson is a major foodie town. It's often mentioned in the same breath as New York and New Orleans. In fact, Tucson is such a foodie town. It's the first American city ever to be named a city of gastronomy by the United Nations. Part of the driving force behind that designation is this incredible innovator in the kitchen, a James Beard award-winning chef, Tucson's own Janos Wilder. Oh my gosh, I smell something good. Hi, Janos. Hi.
How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm already blown away. Something smells good, and I love this kitchen. I can't believe I'm in your hallowed space.
Yeah, this is the home away from home for me.
Something strikes me. You have spent so many decades of your life in a kitchen.
Well, not that so many, please.
You're 125.
Yes,
No, but it strikes me that we are in this gorgeous space, but an intimate space. It's not the big restaurant with the sous chef and the pastry chef and the this chef and the that chef. How did we get here? What led you to this phase of your career?
I really wasn't cooking in my restaurants for the previous 20 years or so. I was in the kitchens all the time, tasting and cajoling and teaching and kibitzing, but I wasn't cooking, and that was my first joy. And the second joy was cooking and then having personal interaction with the people. So I miss having that in the kitchen on a daily basis with people.
Since you've been doing it for other people, I don't know, would you do me the honor of kibitzing and teaching me how to cook something?
Yes, why don't we cook together? Start all that again.
Okay, sure. So this is the mole.
This is the native seed search mole, 5,000 years of history here. This is the moment of truth.
It is.
Okay.
Do you know how to use that knife? Oh,
I'd say that's kind of perfect. I'm going to put this, we're going to set that right there. This is spicy sauce. It's made from the chiltepin chili. It's native to this region. It is the genetic mother of all chilies. These are frijoles maniados.
how would you define what a heritage food is?
And not every place has a long heritage, but in a place like Tucson, where it goes back 5,000 years, it goes back to people figuring out how to grow things. Those that came well before us, maybe cooked in very different ways, but the flavors are unique and the flavors really tell that story. And that finishes our plate. You did an awesome job.
Yay! I got a gold
You
star.
got a gold star.
Well, as we all know, getting around safely and independently gets more important as we age. And clearly, Tucson has given this a little bit of thought. It scored a solid 65 on transportation on the Livability Index. You've got options here beyond driving. Here in Tucson, there's a very passionate group of people called the Living Streets Alliance, a nonprofit, the members of whom are very much inspired by a vision of what's possible in a neighborhood.
So our mission is to transform our streets into public spaces for people to be able to connect to one another and to be able to safely and conveniently get from point A to point B using either their feet walking, rolling, biking, or taking public transportation. So many of the programs and so many of the opportunities that we create as Living Streets Alliance is really with this orientation of making the possible visible.
You did something recently, a block painting party, which is kind of amazing. What was the impetus behind that?
So the block painting party on 6th Avenue was not just a party, but also a way to reshape that particular street to make it safer for people crossing, to make it really a gateway and a landmark into our downtown area.
Now, you could have used like concrete markers and said, hey, this area is marked off for pedestrians and be careful here and calm traffic that way, but you chose to use art. Why was that so important to you?
Art resonates with people and it makes it joyful and fun and creates a sense of place.
What I'm also getting from you is a really strong sense that you care a lot about different ages, the intergenerational aspect of what you do.
So yeah, when we think about a transportation system that works for everybody, we think about everybody from ages 8 to 80 years old. And when we create a system that really serves them, we all benefit from that.
How would you describe that bridge between the work that you do every day and a stronger, more vibrant, more aligned community?
One of the unexpected perks of what I do and what our team does at Living Streets Alliance is really about bringing a sense of joy to what feels very mundane. And so being able to infuse a sense of joy and magic and playfulness into that process really is one of the most surprising and really great things about our work.
You know, a big thing on everybody's minds these days, affordable housing. Now, the home prices in Tucson are still relatively lower than they are in many major markets, but they are rising as more people move in, driving up that growing shortage of affordable homes. Part of the solution, accessory dwelling units, or casitas as they're known here. More and more of them are being built here, which is why Tucson earned a solid 68 on housing on the Livability Index. And don't be fooled by their size. I mean, these smaller compact homes can really be a game changer. And leading the charge on these innovative and inclusive plans is the head architect of the Urban Infill project, Valerie Lane, who I would describe as somebody who naturally thinks a little outside the box. Paint a picture for me. How badly do we need more affordable homes here in Tucson?
There is a housing shortage in most American cities right now, and we're short around 5,000 units of housing in Tucson.
Who are these people? Who are the people who would be the best candidates for building an accessory dwelling unit or a casita and living in one?
Everybody. Mostly our customers we see using these units to house their elderly or aging parents. And mom is aging and not quite ready to live in the house yet, but that is coming in a few years.
The ADU, the casita solution, spans generations.
Yeah, and it's a very flexible. I'm really surprised and pleased every day at how a little flexibility on a piece of property can add to the value of people's lives.
Now, the ADU, a huge game changer.
Yeah.
But you're also part of the game changing that's happening. You're head of the Urban Infill project. How do you make things go faster, go easier?
Yeah, just make a little magic every day. I'm an architect. I've had a custom design residential remodel business in Tucson for 20 years and started the Urban Infill project where I sell pre-approved floor plans for these buildings. I took what used to take us about 6 to 8 months to get a building permit down to 1 month.
You've got these homes on your website, and so it's kind of like off the shelf, as in like somebody can come and pick it, but you can customize these homes, and you also think a lot about accessibility, right?
Every piece of property is unique by nature, and every family is unique as well. I try to identify like what is it that people need. The interiors were all designed with or space planned for somebody who uses a wheelchair to navigate all the spaces. So we have wide interior doors. The bathrooms are designed in such a way that a wheelchair could easily go in, circle, and come back out.
I'm curious, what is the reaction that you've seen from a homeowner that really stays with you?
I love when people can make money off of them. This one we're standing in is a really great example because she's using it currently on Airbnb to pay off the cost of construction. The fact that it will be able to pay for itself by the time mom moves in is really wonderful. That money is opened up for, like, again, family use. I think as we all get older and start to think about our aging parents, like, where are they going to go? You know, what are they going to do? And so being able to keep family, keep your people a little closer is very supportive, especially people in middle age who maybe have young children, and then having mom living in the backyard. Everybody has some autonomy and privacy, and yet there's a really supportive social fabric that gets to come about.
What if somebody was thinking about moving or relocating to Tucson? What would you tell them about Tucson that's special that they couldn't, search on the internet and find out that way?
Well, the number one things are amazing climate. We have amazing local food. Advice, find a beautiful house that you can build an ADU behind it.
Oh, would you look at this place? Here we are at the Tucson Botanical Gardens. Just when you think you've seen it all, there's like more gorgeousness. Well, whether you are considering Tucson for retirement or just a place to stay active and engaged and plugged in, or maybe you're just exploring where you'd like to live for that next chapter, this desert city clearly has a lot going for it. From homes that are accessible to streets that are walkable and beautiful, and to a food culture that's so rich and meaningful and one that brings generations together. Tucson shows what a community can look like when it's designed for people who want to enjoy things to the full at every stage of life. It has been such a blast to have you guys with us. Thanks so much for hanging out, and we'll see you next time. To find out how your hometown stacks up, check out the AARP Livability Index at aarp.org/Livability Index.